George Jetson, patriarch of the futuristic 1960s cartoon The Jetsons, commuted to work in a flying car that emitted a tiny puff of white steam, likely a byproduct of the cooling system attached to the space vehicle's miniature nuclear reactor. More than 50 years later, I'm driving up the California coast emitting my own stream of harmless water vapor, minus the dangerous fission. But I'm not behind the wheel of a bubble canopy spacecraft. Instead, I'm driving tomorrow's technology in the form of the all-new 2017 Honda Clarity, a hydrogen-powered vehicle discharging nothing other than fresh water into the Earth's atmosphere. Honda has been developing hydrogen fuel cell passenger cars for nearly 2 decades. After unveiling its FCX V1 test vehicle in 1999, the Japanese automaker introduced the commercially viable FCX Clarity in 2008. The sedan never achieved the scope that Honda was seeking as the 2011 Tohoku earthquake and tsunami destroyed many of the vehicle's suppliers. Total customer deliveries failed to reach triple digits. Nevertheless, that burgundy-colored vehicle was an excellent proof of concept predecessor to the all-new Clarity, which recently arrived in Honda showrooms for the 2017 model year. The new Honda Clarity is an alternative fuel vehicle with a peculiar, yet extraordinarily functional, physical presence. Traditional three-box styling, with conservative lines, was never a design objective for the Clarity's stylists and engineers. Instead, they sought to push the limits and sculpt a new four-door sedan that would be distinctive, elegant, dignified, and aerodynamic. Well, 2 out of 4 isn't bad. The new sedan may be Honda's sleekest wind-cheating sedan in history, but its functional front and rear air curtains, rear tire cover, and ungainly lines certainly do not soothe the eyes. Yet peel back the sedan's lightweight alloy skin and an advanced next-generation unibody chassis constructed with high-tensile steel and aluminum is revealed. The purpose-built platform, which is unique to this car, has been engineered to support all 3 planned versions of the Clarity: fuel cell, electric, and plug-in electric. For the first one off of the production line, the fuel cell, careful attention was paid to packaging the hydrogen tanks and battery packs in places that don't impede on passenger space. That's why 5 adults fit comfortably within the cabin while still allowing enough room for luggage in the trunk. The Honda Clarity is a hydrogen-powered vehicle, but this doesn't mean it burns the flammable gas to propel itself down the road. Instead, the Clarity is fitted with a proton exchange membrane fuel cell that generates electricity by combining atmospheric oxygen and hydrogen together and passing the mixture through a special membrane. The resulting chemical reaction delivers electricity to power the vehicle, while waste product, pure water, is released out of the Honda as steam. 2 hydrogen tanks, each pressurized to upwards of 10,000 psi, are located under the rear seat and trunk, but this location is no cause for worry, as they are safer in a crash than any gasoline tank. An electric turbocharger compresses outside air and feeds it to the PEMFC, while a 346-volt lithium-ion battery, tucked under the vehicle's belly, drives an AC permanent magnet synchronous electric motor through a fixed, single-speed, direct drive transmission connected to the front wheels. Total system power is rated at 174 horsepower and 221 pounds-ft of torque. The hydrogen power plant sounds inordinately complex, but it's a proven technology that is so reliable that NASA has been using it to power spacecraft for the past 50 years, albeit using an older alkaline fuel cell, which ran hotter. Fueling, at any one of dozens of stations already in place in California, takes no more than 5 minutes, and the process is nearly identical to current gasoline and diesel refueling procedures. In fact, it's easy enough that your grandmother could do it after basic instruction. According to the EPA, The 2017 Honda Clarity earns an MPGe rating of 69 city/67 highway/68 combined with an impressive 366-mile range. It is California Air Resources Board certified as a LEV3 SU-LEV20, which makes it carpool lane eligible. While the new Clarity's exterior styling won't win any beauty pageants, its interior is strikingly good in terms of design, execution, and materials, a real class act. At one point during my drive, I turned to my passenger and remarked that the Honda symbol on the middle of the steering wheel was incorrect because the Clarity's interior appointments are virtuous enough to earn an Acura badge. Honda characterizes the cabin as an advanced modern lounge, which is a semi-accurate way of describing a tasteful mixture of futuristic design melded with environmentally responsible materials such as recycled material-based ultracid and plant-derived prime smooth surface coverings. All four outboard seating positions are comfortable for adults over 6 feet tall, and the middle rear seat position is even livable for a short period of time. Passengers are pampered with a climate control system that utilizes an allergy-free high-performance deodorizing filter and dash-mounted plasma cluster technology. Plasma cluster is an air disinfecting system that emits positive and negative ions to suppress airborne allergens. Outward vision is good, thanks in part to the trig dual-window lower portal that increases the view to the rear, and the layout of the primary instrumentation is logical and intuitive. It's difficult to fault the general layout of the cockpit, with a prominent elevated central console that provides an iPad-sized storage area beneath it, but I still find the lack of a round stereo volume knob and the button-based electronic transmission shifter maddening. An obsession with keeping the cabin quiet led the engineering team to use noise-absorbing acoustic glass and sound-deadening insulation on everything from the inner fenders to the dashboard, as well as active noise-canceling technology. As a result, the Clarity's silence at highway speeds is notable. Upscale appointments are matched with an equally impressive list of standard high-tech features including an 8-inch high-definition touch panel with wide-angle viewing, Honda Link remote smartphone connectivity, and a 540-watt audio system. Honda Sensing, the automaker's suite of active safety features, is also standard. The lack of a traditional gasoline-fired combustion engine under the Clarity's hood doesn't result in the elimination of mechanical sound. Press the start button and a series of electric motors immediately whir to life. They fill the cabin with an odd yet remote motorized hum that changes pitch as the accelerator pedal is depressed. Unlike a pure EV, which silently moves off the line with a near-instant rush, the Clarity launches smartly and accelerates at an increasing rate as the electric turbocharger builds boost, the swoosh of the unit heard from within the cabin. Although the Clarity's acceleration time to 60 mph, estimated at 8.5 seconds, isn't spectacular, there is enough power to spin a wheel off the line and zip effortlessly through traffic. Acceleration isn't as strong on the highway, but it will pass slower vehicles with more confidence than most economy cars. I cruise effortlessly at 80 mph on the highway, without the least bit of protest from the Honda. Those seeking a bit more exhilaration are encouraged to press the Sport button on the front of the console. This driving mode delivers more aggressive power delivery and the regenerative braking is stronger. As expected, Sport mode is not as efficient as the default driving mode. Despite its green vehicle credentials, a curb weight in excess of 4,100 pounds, and purpose-built low rolling resistance Michelin tires, the Honda Clarity drives like a late-model luxury sports sedan. Highway travel is smooth, without any sense of floundering over dips and bumps in the pavement, and it corners with a flat attitude devoid of excessive body roll. The tires are the expected weak link, but they will take a startling amount of cornering abuse before protesting or breaking loose from the pavement. Most fuel-efficient vehicles are tuned to encourage their owners to take mind-numbing highways to work, but the new Clarity inspires drivers to choose the most interesting route, even if it's through a twisty canyon. Low production volumes and the sophisticated engineering within each Clarity means that Honda can't afford to sell the vehicle and break even on its investment. Instead, it will offer very attractive leasing programs of just $369 per month with $2,868 due at signing, and that included a generous 20,000 miles of travel per year. The program will be initially offered to California residents, a state that has a relatively comprehensive hydrogen fueling station network, and its residents are able to take advantage of a $5,000 state tax rebate to sweeten the deal. Honda is no stranger to hydrogen-powered vehicles, so the company is using its prior experience to create a leasing program that just about guarantees that everyone who signs on the dotted line retains a smile for the next several years. To achieve this objective, the company has literally eliminated all of the potential negativity. For example, people who wish to lease the car will be vetted to ensure that fueling stations are local to their residence or place of work. Additionally, each lease is bundled with $15,000 worth of free hydrogen fuel. Honda is even offering 21 days of free luxury car rentals, simply because Clarity lessees may want to take a trip outside of the range of available hydrogen filling stations. For many years, I've been a hydrogen-powered vehicle skeptic, citing their limited driving range, dull driving dynamics, and a pitiful refueling infrastructure as key challenges for the technology. Recently, though, things have changed for the better, thanks to dedicated automakers that refuse to dismiss the clean energy source and push the boundaries in terms of engineering, development, and expansion. Honda, with its remarkable 2017 Clarity, has proven to me that fuel cell vehicles have a future. Now all the country needs is the infrastructure to feed them a steady diet of hydrogen.